guys, welcome to RD Custom Diecast. We're going to do a wheel swap Wednesday today, guys. And we're going to be working on this 427 Cobra, and we're going to go ahead and we'll swap this out. Maybe do a little bit of detail work. It could use a little bit. We're not going to do a full-blown custom. We're going to keep the paint and everything the same. And we're going to use the Samad wheels right here. I think they'll look good on it. And let's go ahead and pop apart this casting, see what we're working with. Guys, if it's your first time with us, thanks for joining us. If you're coming back, appreciate you visiting again. We are almost up to our 500 subscribers, which means we are doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and that'll get you in the entry. Now, this interior is definitely going to have some work. We're going to go ahead and do a wheel swap here, and we're going to do a little bit of details on the body itself. Go ahead and drill and tap these posts, get that out of the way. You guys make sure you use good drill bits, good taps. You'll be a lot happier when you're doing these customs. So just make sure you got good tools. It's a lot easier to drill and tap this now and get it over with rather than deal with it with paint at the end. So we'd actually reassemble it with the paint even wet on it with the details, and there's less chance of messing up everything that you did. So I highly recommend going ahead and drilling and tapping your post towards the first of your customizations. Pretty simple. Get this knocked out. All right. Go ahead and pop these wheels off. Get that back off. Here we go. Now we got it. All right. Get everything together in a minute, and we're going to put those Samad wheels on, and I'm measuring them. I don't think we're going to have to put new axles, so I think we'll be able to get away with using the Samad factory axles. We'll see in just a second here. All right. Get these installed, and I'm going to go ahead and probably glue these up, even though this is just going in the display. You can bend the tabs back over, but once you bend those plastic tabs, the integrity of them is pretty weak, so I'd recommend going ahead and gluing it up. These look like they're going to fit real nice in here. And push these tabs back over, and we'll still glue it for added measure. And easy as that. And we'll just test fit it, just make sure the wheels are going to clear the wheel wells, and It looks like everything's gonna work just fine. I don't think we're gonna have any problems. I like to do this before I glue up the axles, because if you gotta modify anything or do anything with the tires, you decide you want to go with a different style, it's best not to have it glued up. We'll look at everything here on the alignment jig. Everything looks like it's going to line up fine, so we'll go ahead and put some glue in there and some fast set accelerator. They'll take care of this. We'll be done with this. And essentially the wheel swap at this point, after we get this glued up, is done. We can put this back together and it looked great just with this. Put some of this accelerator in here. And this glue will set without it. This just makes it where it's instant set. So yeah, we'll get it off this jig here. And that's pretty much all. So let's go ahead and do some touch-ups on this chassis. Pretty much all we're going to do here is the exhaust pipes, and that white grill's got to go. We're going to make it chrome as well. I'm just going to use a Molotov pen. I use a combination of that, and I use a brush with some Molotov ink as well in tight spots. I recommend taking the tires off. You can put them right back on. That way you don't bump it with that pen. I have to deal with cleaning your rubber tires off. And since this is for a wheel swap, I will be speeding this up just a little bit where you don't have to watch every single thing. Our wheel swap Wednesdays, we're trying to keep them short and sweet, but I do like to add these little detailed touches, so while we're doing this, we might as well go ahead and take care of that. These Molotov pens come in different sizes. Like this is the larger one. They have like a medium tip and a fine tip. So I usually don't mess with the medium fine, because if I get any bind where I need those, I usually just use a brush at that point. And I've taken apart one of these pens to get the ink out of it, the chrome ink, and that's what I paint with. I just put it in a jar and keep it to the side just for brushing on chrome. We're just looking good here. We got a little cleanup here. Gonna just use one of these micro detailing Q-tips is what it amounts to. Now clean it up also, I'm dipping it in over there. You can use alcohol. I use a little bit of acetone, and that seems to work just fine. Now this Molotov pen, guys, if you buy one, it takes a long time for it to dry, so you probably don't want to handle it really for a day. We're going to for this wheel swap. We'll put it together. I'll just be careful with it, but I highly recommend you just set your pieces to the side, let them dry overnight, and that'll help out that way with your reassembly. It's best even to wait a couple of days between applying it and handling it. We're just about done with this exhaust. It didn't take very long at all. And we'll get that grill. I just really did not like that grill being white. And I know they do that for the interior all being one piece, but we're going to fix that. And this is my little jar of Molotov ink. As you can see, it's just in a little glass jar. It's from the dollar store. And I just opened up the pen and poured the contents in. Now these pens, even though that's a big looking pen, it doesn't have a lot of ink in it. It has enough to fill up that little bitty jar, and that's it. And that is a small jar. I would say it's probably an eighth of an ounce, maybe. It's pretty tiny. But it doesn't take much of this on a brush to start flowing and paint on your areas that you need to paint it. I mean, it takes very, very little, and it is an ink base, guys. It's not regular paint, so. But that brush here really helps getting the little corners and crevices. Now on the interior, we're just going to go ahead, and we did a steering wheel swap on it as well. We're just going to go ahead and paint the steering wheel, kind of make it stand out. Since this is a convertible, this is a great time for adding steering wheels and stuff, because you're going to be able to see them. And we'll get all the details for headlight areas, tail lights cut in here. That way those little minute details are taken care of. And we'll start reassembly here. Put those tires we took off back on. And let's start putting everything back together. In just a second, we'll go to the reveal. Everything's going back together great. And you guys make sure y'all comment below, let me know what you think about this wheel swap and the details we put on it. And I'm just trying to be careful here, guys, because some of this Molotov chrome is still a little bit damp, so I don't want to mess up the chrome paint job on it. And this is what we started off with, guys. We started off with just the mainline 427 Cobra, and you can see that row bar and everything was black. The grill, it was white, and we went with this. We went with the Sandmed wheels, went ahead and chromed it out, painted the little minute details of the headlights, tail lights, that grill, changed out the steering wheel in it, so that's another thing that we did. And that's what we look like on the interior after we get done. I think it looks great, guys. What do you guys think? Alright, well, appreciate you joining us today, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.